Morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Can you see my slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Very good. Then we want to get started. It is the very first class and the very fast and fresh course for all of you. So once again, I welcome you all for this course of microbiology. I believe it will be very much new and exciting to all of you. But unfortunate situation already you have been facing. We are also facing that we are not in the classroom facing just to see your face and to continue anyway. But I think you understand that it is the global situation. Everyone is accepting starting from class one to all. So I believe already you are well acquainted with this system, and we are continuing. There is no other way. That's why probably people have accepted to continue in this room. So no problem. I believe that we can try hard how we can do the best to reach to you or to make the thing understandable to you. And as usually, we'll try to put some course material through the WhatsApp group, study material, all right? And we'll try to cover the courses in the lectures as much as possible. There may be, I believe there may be a lot of queries, questions, doubts, but we'll try to resolve it either through your Google Classroom or even through WhatsApp, or straight away you can make a call, no issue. Whenever you feel that it is the time to give a call, we will try our best to resolve the issues. All right? And my dear, this is the first class, so I don't want to make it too much of theoretical. So on day one, I don't have right now the list of all of you, the names, all the names right now I don't have. And in the screen one by one also we can see definitely. So at the end of this class, I'll try to have one small introduction to all of you. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Regarding this course, that is the microbiology, veterinary microbiology, I believe you have the entire course content with you. So the entire course content for the second year, we have total 5 units. The first unit, it indicates the general veterinary microbiology. What we are trying to do in this content, we will try to understand that what are the microbes, what is microbiology, who are the players are going to play in this course, means microbiology. Then we will move to your unit number 2, where we will understand the diseases caused by bacteria. Then we'll try to understand the diseases caused by the viruses. Then we try to understand what are the diseases caused by fungi or fungus. Then we need to study the immunology. Then we'll try to understand the microbial biotechnology. So these are all total content. So don't worry about it. If you don't have that content with you right now, we'll upload it today itself in your WhatsApp group, the total course content. But today, let us start with that. What about the general microbiology, veterinary microbiology? Okay. And my dear, microbiology, when we talk about the microbiology, microbes means something which are very small in size. So our study materials or our the content, it will be with someone which are not visible. So we are going to study something which are invisible. So let's start the course. Look at, I like this poem. It is the Candice Jam poem. It's read the Jam poem. You can go through it. It sounds and it looks like a funny things. It means the microbes, means the microorganisms or something which are invisible. They are everywhere. If we try to read it in the with the idea of one kid, then you can find that where the microbes are available and where they are not. Virtually, the microbes are available in all content, all corner, all parts of this world. We do not know the environment or the condition outside this world, but I believe microbes, maybe if life is there, microbes will be there. So that we do not know, it is a matter of the debate, it is a matter of scientific evidence, but you cannot ignore it. All right, because now it says that germs everywhere, even on a little pier, germs all around, even on the dirty ground. Yes, it is fact. So far, I believe you understood that it is really germs are germs. I don't want to use the term germs. Germs, sometimes the word it says something which causes the disease. Okay, so don't we, if we use the word microbes, microbes means something who are sometimes our friends, but in some cases, they are behaving like one enemy. Now, the situation today, it is because of this coronavirus infection. Of course, that virus is a microbe. And today, we are facing the problem. So it is exceptionally few of the microorganisms, they are really causing very difficult situation for us, but most of them, they are actually our friends. Now, in the next slide, I'll try to show you that how the microbes are helping us. So let's try to find out that what are the microbial communities and their biochemical cycle. So the slide moving is creating some problem. Just let me trying to resolve. All right. Now, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now look at this slide. Just I believe all of you have gone through this nitrogen cycle in your 10th or even 12th standard. We started the nitrogen cycle, we started the sulfur cycle, oxygen cycle. There are different type of natural cycles which is existing in this world to maintain the life, our life, the life on this earth. This is being maintained by different kind of cycles. One of them, suppose it is a nitrogen cycle. Now look at this. The number indicates the how many known cycles are here. So suppose these nitrogens, they are being fixed and then nitrogen being utilized. So the fixation or the nitrogen cycle, it is maintained by whom? The nitrogen cycle, it is completely maintained by the microbes. That you see, the human activities, it is very limited. It is only 100 different cycles by which the nitrogen is being fixed and being denitrified. Then biological fixation, people say it is around 140, 200 cycles around denitrification, where nitrogen is being from our earth, it mixed to the atmosphere. Then less than 3 of the nitrogen cycle, it is can be fixed by lightning. Sometimes because a lot of the gases, lightning can be helped to fix it and then also remove it from that. Groundwater, then internal cycle, it is approximately 1200. River flow, they maintains 36. You do not remember all those things. It is only one example. But most importantly, it happens, it is within the ocean. Almost 8,000 plus different cycles are continuously going on that helps for nitrogen cycling. But now, this nitrogen cycle, it may not be existing, or it may be a big question if there is no microbes in this earth. Now look at that all the cycles where we put a red cross mark, it means that in absence of the microbes, all the cycles, there is question mark. We did not put anything here because this is the lightning. Lightning is not under control of the microbes. So nitrogen is the backbone of all living things. That we understand in the biochemistry or in any things, any cell, anything. Living thing means nitrogen. If we cannot maintain the nitrogen cycle in this world, means there is no question of existence of any life. So what does it mean? Now you can make one small equation. No microbes, no life in this earth. Because now microbes are the actual living things which are maintaining this life cycle in this world. Yeah, it is a fact. Now let's see the next what it is showing. Hold on, just slide movement, it is disturbing. All right, now, so after at least 10 clicks only it is moving. Don't mind. So here, look at this now. What do we understand about the name? I mean the microbes. For this course, I mean our course Veterinary Microbiology, here we will confine the terms microbes with 4 different organisms. Here one of them, all you know, it is bacteria, then it is fungi, then some of the protists, and then viruses. Now, out of these 4, like bacteria, fungi, protists, and viruses, once again, we will confine with only bacteria, fungi, and viruses. All right. So they are our content of the study, means the microbes, because in veterinary microbiology we are not going to read about the industrial microbiology, like how they help us to produce the food, how they help us to maintain the food preservation. Here our intention is simple. Our intention is that we need to understand what are the different microbes they are causing diseases to animals, and then if they are causing those diseases, how we can treat them. So that's why veterinary microbiology is more related with the diseases rather than the or other microbes which are helpful for the environment or the food microbiology related issue. So straight away we'll study only the microbes which are associated with the animal diseases, and also side by side we'll study some of them which may cause the human diseases. Now, okay, now dear, before going to the content, now look at one very interesting fact. This is termed as the David Parman's law of microbiology. It means how the microbes are related with us. It will look funny but interesting. First thing, the first theory says there is no stupid microorganism. It sounds funny, it looks funny, but this is absolutely the correct statement. Now after a few slides, you will show, I can show you that how the microbes has created this world. How the microbes are created, they are the creator of this world, creator of the life in this earth. So it says that microbes cannot be stupid. Every living things except the microbes can do some stupid activity, but there is no question that microbes, they are stupid. Whatever they make. So it says microorganism, they can do anything and they will do anything. No one can stop. So microorganisms, they are behaving as per their will. So whatever they think it is correct, they do it. Whatever that they things they feel it is not in favor of them, they never do it. No one can dictate. I mean, we people, we the human, always we understand ourselves that we are really smart. But unfortunately, we are the big fool. We are not at all smart enough. The microbes are the smartest creature of the world. That is the next slide I wanted to mention. Look at that. That microorganisms, they have been said that they are smarter, wiser, and energetic than anything. Here, put only 2 examples, like a biochemist, like an engineer. This is the mere example. Rather than we should mention that microorganisms are actually always smarter, wiser, energetic than any living thing. So we knew no one can compete with the microorganisms. Now, just imagine one small thing. Today, we are talking about this coronavirus infection in the human being, all right? We cannot see them, right? We cannot see that coronavirus, and until or unless you have seen one image, and that is also under the electron microscope, how teeny and tiny the size of that. But we, the human, the entire global population of 700 crores, all are helpless to do anything against it. So how smart, think about something, one small thing, which can push to the entire human civilization in a corner, and we are now looking the helpless. So that is a microorganism. They're the smartest creature. So what we should do? Should we go for a fight with the microbes, just like the one war-like situation is happening with India and China? So it is possible, but we cannot do to go for an all over war against these microbes. So we need to do something in the different way. So what we need to do? We need to extend our friendship hand. So let's try to make a friendship with the microbes. So what it needs, just hold on, please. The slide movement is creating problem. Hold on, the slide got stuck. It's not moving. Okay. So now that's why I'm telling that microorganism, they are always right. They are your friend, and microorganism is a sensitive partner. So please try to remember this very simple statement, that don't try to argue with the microorganisms. Although we cannot talk, but it is possible that we should not try to argue with them. They are always right. And absolutely, they are our friend. That we'll understand in few classes. We'll just describe it how they are. And absolutely, they are a very, very, very sensitive partner, my dear. Whatever the sensitive partner we understand with our friends, the much more sensitive partner is the microbes. So let's now look at this fact sheet. One fact sheet I have tried to compile. Here, the microbial family, some people have tried to find out what is the source of them. Look at this statement. Estimates of total microbial cell numbers in the earth approximately 5 into 10 to the power 30. I do not know how to count this number. So this is the number which is enormous. 5 into 10 to the power 30. It's enormous number. It is an estimate, approximate idea. It may be much more than this. Microorganisms, they consist of total 2/3 of Earth's living materials. Now, it's a really very important statement. It says, whatever the total living things available in this earth, 2/3 means around 67% of them are actually the microorganisms. And those are invisible. Total amount of carbon present in these microorganisms are equal of all plants on the earth. So we can see that how much plant is available, how much carbon content they have. So the microbes which are not visible, they carry almost equal amount of carbon. Means whatever the content of carbon we can see, that almost equivalent amount of carbon we cannot see because microbes are maintaining them. And plant carbon far exceeds animal carbon. And if you compare them, how much carbon content is maintaining by our microbes, so the animal kingdom is nowhere, because plants are the almost very big population. So my animals kingdom is very small. So it is much more than carbon content in the microbes than the entire animal or human animal population. Collective contents of nitrogen and phosphorus in the microbial cells is more than 10 times than in all plant and animals. So whatever the total content of nitrogen or phosphorus available with human, with and animal, I mean the plants, it is much more, 10 times more. Therefore, microbial cells constitute the major portion of the biomass on Earth and are key reservoir for essential nutrients for the life. Now look at the picture of our Earth. It is one age-related issue. I mean, our Earth took birth around 4.6 billion years ago. It is the birthday of the date of birth of our Earth. Sometime 4.6 billion years ago, it took birth, maybe a part of the some celestial object. Then the first life, please mute it. The first life in this earth, it appears around 3.8 billion years back, and that is nothing but one few microbes. But unfortunately, during that time, our earth, it was not oxygenated. So there was no oxygen. So first 2 billion years, earth was anoxic, no oxygen, and no oxygen means no eukaryotic life. During that time, cyanobacteria, they were there, and cyanobacteria, they were utilizing all the toxic gas, including carbon dioxide, sulfur, and in reply, they have given us oxygen. So during this time, the earth was started to get oxygen, and that was accumulated in our atmosphere. Then only eukaryotic cells, it took birth during 2 billion years ago. So this is the time from where eukaryotes came in this. And ultimately, eukaryotes means gradually it is algae, then the cell invertebrates, vascular plants, mammals, and human. Yes. So remember, the human being, we people are the most latest creature in this earth. So don't feel very much proud of it that we are the boss in this earth. No, respect the microbes. They are the original resident of the earth. They will be the last resident of this earth. We may be vanished much earlier than the microbes from this world. So now let's come back to the actual story of the today, that what is about the microbiology. You do not need to note down this definition or all those things, but what we are going to do, we are going to study the living organism of microscopic size, obviously, that is the microbes. That includes bacteria, fungi, algae, protozoa, viruses all together. So that means it is concerned with their how we can do it. We'll try to find out the structure, the reproduction, the physiology, metabolism, the classification, everything regarding the microbes. Okay, and then also we'll try to understand what about the distribution in the nature, what is the relationship to each other, and who the other living things, what are the effects on human beings and also other animals and plants, what about their ability to make physical and chemical changes in our environment, and also and their reactions to physical and chemical. So it is a complex issue. As I have already told, no microbes, no life in this earth means all the living system, all the environmental factors, this is absolutely controlled by the microbes. So whenever we try to read the microbes, we have to understand their reaction, interrelation to all the other system in this earth. Okay. Now let's just few examples regarding what about the impact of the microorganisms on human being. This is very silly few example only. This is not the exclusive or not the complete. Only few example where you can try to understand that what are the impact. And look at the agriculture. I think agriculture is the only most important fact by which we get our food. So now in agriculture, what we do need, first of all, the nitrogen fixation. That nitrogen cycle, if it is not maintaining, then there is no question of agriculture. And on the first few slides, we have shown that how nitrogen fixation is being controlled by the microorganisms. In case of our animal, those who are the ruminants, they take the green fodders or the green plants, they digest cellulose in the ruminants by whom and ruminants they cannot digest. In their digestive tract, they have cellulose digesting bacteria. So they are only helping to digest those cellulose, then only they are getting the nutrition. Then recycling of the important nutrients in the nature. If you just have seen, or if you see that some of the dead plant, dead animal, anything which are just throwing into the environment, they are being decomposed. So the decomposition can only be done by the microbes. If it is not being decomposed and recycled in the nature, then everything will be collapsed. Come back to the food. In all, most of the very much lot of food, fermentation technology, preservation, additives, these are all microbial controlled. Look at the energy environment. Nowadays, we have started talking about the biofuels. Now, because we are now gradually losing our fossil fuel, we will not be surviving for even 50 years. So after that, our future might be one of them biofuel. Then bioremedy, spilled oil. I think many of you have seen some of the program in our Discovery National Geography. They have shown that spilling of the oil in the ocean water, it is a very big problem. But after some time, where they are going? After some time, you cannot see them, that they are still just floating on the ocean water. Maybe a month or 6 months, they used to vanish. But where they are going? So those bioremediation, it is controlled and possible by few bacteria, those which can feed over that biofuel. So they can do the cleaning job. Then preparation of the natural gas. The natural gas, methanogenic activities, everything, then pollution cleanup. This is possible by many bacteria. Now I don't have time enough today to just explain the story, how we can maintain them. Now the health and medicine, our majority of the antibiotics, the probiotics, these are all originated from the microorganisms. So it is a very long, long list. Then one small story, what we can say, that the sewage water, mostly the sewage water in the big cities, like suppose in Paris, they have very big sewage system, underground sewage system. What they do, all the sewage water from the toilets, from the bathrooms, from the other drains, everything, it used to accumulate in only one point. Then it is being treated with certain bacteria. So what happens? Those bacteria, they feed on those biological waste. And once the biological waste, it is there, take it. After that, it becomes clean. And it sounds very bizarre that in Paris or many other big cities, what happens, those sewage water after cleaning, that can come back to your water tank once again. And that is possible. And it is very much absolutely clean, and there is no harm because it is being digested and taken up by the bacteria. So ultimately, what I mean to say, that in this world, in where we are actually surviving, trying to survive, and in future also we're trying to survive, it is actually under control of the bacteria, viruses, and the fungi. So we need to be here in harmony. We need to understand them, that how they are maintaining in this nature, how they are surviving in this nature. Until or unless we understand them, we cannot make good friendship with them, then our entire effort or the effect, it will not be maintained. Okay. So probably our time is almost going over, and I have one more slides. Just it will give you the list of the books. If it won't work, I'll pass it on through your WhatsApp group also, right? So this is, just hold on. There's a lot of problem for slide movement. Okay. Yeah. Now you can take the screenshot, or even you can, I'll share the slide, or even I'll give it to your WhatsApp group, the list of the books. And also you will get the books and the study material in our WhatsApp group. All right. So this is the last thing. And if possible, and if you have the contents with you, try to read this content with in your home. And if you don't have, then I'll provide you the materials. Okay. So allow, say, a day for today. So we'll once again continue tomorrow. Thanks. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you,
Thank you
sir.
so
Thank
much,
you,
sir.
sir.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Tomorrow, having same class in the same time. And I understand it is a little bit monotonous when we talk straight away continuously. It really is monotonous. Even I was also feeling bored by not interacting with anyone. So no issue. Tomorrow onwards, we'll try to make it interactive type. Means in between we can stop for 2-3 minutes. Then, so tomorrow